J students, class 7, home science. Today we learn chapter 3. The topic is principles of making home beautiful and attractive. In this chapter, we will learn what is the meaning of art, what are the elements of art, and how it apply in home decoration. Okay, so first of all, you just look at what is art. You see there are three types of definition. Art is the representations of or replication of something beautiful or meaningful. Here another definition is art is the arrangement of lines, colors, shapes and other aesthetic elements. And last, it is written that art is the expressions of subjective experience and emotions. Now let's talk about warm colors. Warm colors are that red, orange and yellow, and these warm colors actually brings the feeling of warmness. You feel kind of warmness. Number two is it brings the things near, and it the use of color makes the size of the room small. So we will apply this warm color in a large room or big room where we want to make the things little bit smaller. Now the opposite color is cool color. You see that in this color the feeling of cool, the feeling of calm, quiet and pleasant environment we can find from cool color. And it also takes the things far that are in clear nearer to your eye, and it also makes the room a little bit larger. So these are the characteristics of cool color. Now the lesson 2 will discuss the elements of art, line, form and texture. Anything movable dot is called line. You see, when you put a dot in your copy and start to move, it will create a line. And this line can be thick, thin, long or short. Here there are different types of line like horizontal, vertical, curved, straight, zigzag, etc. And each and every line has some different type of effect. Like curved line give you a new effect. Vertical line have increased the height. Horizontal line makes the space more wider. The diagonal lines create more beauty and newness in design. And finally, the zigzag line is able to create more movement and varieties than other line. These lines actually applied in different way, like you can apply this in your dress, you can apply this in your home decoration, you can apply this any kind of production of art. Now the form is actually termed the shape of an object is termed as form. Form is two types. One is free form. Any kinds of free form is like tree, building, human, anything is flower, anything is under free form. And the geometrical form is like squares, circles, triangle, rectangle, etc. Now the texture means the upper surface of any object is called texture. When you touch the surface of any object, what is your feeling? That is texture. The feeling can be rough, then can be smooth, right? So this is called texture. These are all elements of art. Here you see the characteristics of the surface of a material is termed as texture. Texture of a material can be understood when we touch and see the material or object. Example of heavy and coarse texture. In this chapter, in this picture, you can see the curtains and carpets keep the home warm in winter season. And light and thin texture gives you create a coolness in a room. You see in this picture, the whole room give you a feeling of cool, calm and quiet environment. Now lesson 3, the principle of art. We have already discussed the elements of art. That means the things which required to make an art, like color, line, form and texture. Now these elements should be applied in following some principle. Now the principles of arts, 5 type. One is proportion, balance, harmony, rhythm and emphasis. These are the principle of art, and these principles of art are very essential in creating a very art. Okay, now the first principle is proportion. Proportion is basically deal with the size and scale and the height of the object. In home decoration, here you see that the height of the chair is proportionate with the table and other things. This is called proportion. Okay, now balance. Balance is keeping the object of same weight on both sides that are equal in distance is called balance. Here you can see the examples of balance. Balance is a distribution of the visual weight of objects, color, texture and space. If the design was a scale, this element should be balanced to make a design feel stable. You see, this is the examples of good balance or direct balance. The same thing is kept in maintaining the distance, keeping the things in the center, and there is the both side has the same elements. This is called the direct. This is called balance. Now the harmony. Harmony actually, after entering a house, when we find a relation among floor, furniture, curtain, light, color, everything, uh, uh, it calls harmony. And it's, you see that it also is it is also important for pleasing your eyes. Yeah, okay, harmony is also related, and it's kinds of feeling that you feel that there is a harmony in this house, or there is a harmony in this creation. So harmony is like that. And here you see the very good black and white harmony in this picture. Now rhythm is another principle of art. It can be described as teamed movement through space. Okay, I can tell you in a little bit easier that you see that in rhythm there are 2 things is very important. One is rhythm, repetition, and another is movement. So here you see the flowers is repeatedly put in the one end to another end, and your eyes is also get a good movement. So this is the characteristics of rhythm. Rhythm is everywhere. Rhythm is in nature, rhythm is in picture, rhythm is in poem. You can see the applications of rhythm in everywhere. Okay, so this is one of the important principle of written art. Now this is another picture. Here you also see the applications of rhythm. Now the emphasis. For creating an artistic thing, one part is given more importance than the other part of an arrangement. That means you can see that in a house we can give some importance, or we can give some emphasis on one of the corner of the wall, or the center table, or putting a flower vase in the dining table. These are the main attractions, so that when you enter in any room, your eyes stuck on that um, portion, that area. That is called emphasis. Okay, now lesson 3, the proper arrangement of furniture. We have already discussed the elements of art and the applications of principle of art. Now we will learn the arrangement of furniture. And in arrangement of furniture, we must consider that we don't want to put too many furniture in a room, because it creates discomfort, inconvenience in the movement, and it also blocks the entrance of light and air, and the room become less spacious because too many furniture create that kinds of monotony, and it also doesn't look smart and tidy. So this is we should make sure that we do not put too many furniture in a room. Another thing is we should put the furnitures according to the functions, according to the requirement of the room. Like we can put sofa chair for guests in a drawing room, but we can put bed and cabinet uh, to arrange a bedroom. Or in dining room we can uh, keep table and chairs, which is functionally important for uh, serving our purpose. And number 3 is easy movement. The furniture should be placed in such a way so that there is no conflict, no collision with the furniture, or with the wall, or with the uh, person, so that especially the children, can easily move the room, the entire room. And another important principle of arrangement is we have to ensure the comfort, because everywhere, if you are not feeling comfort, the whole objective of making our arrangement is become uh, useless. Okay, so you have to be very careful about the comfort. In that, for example, in applications of light, you must put bright light over reading tables or in a cooking place, because these are the working area where we can do activities. So proper adequate amount of light is very important to do the work. Okay, now the lesson 5, elements of room decoration. Other than these elements, we also put some other things like curtain, carpet, which helps to enhance the beautifications of our room. And this is the curtain. Different types of curtain is there. You see, this is the garments made with local garments. Sometimes some curtains are suitable for entering light in a room. You see the light color and light texture helps to enter the light in the room. There are some curtains which are also made of local raw materials like jute or very low price product. These are the different colors in curtain. Curtain can also put in one side of a window just for decoration purpose. Okay, so now what are the function of curtains? Actually, it saves our privacy. Now it also helps to protect us from extreme heat and cold and dust, and it also helps to enhance the beauty of the room. Color, size of the room and texture are the main considerable factors in selecting curtain. Now carpet. There are different types of carpet. Carpet is not widely used in our country, but we can put some small types of carpet for enhancing the decoration, enhancing the beauty of our house. This is a jute carpet. You see, this is a very elegant carpet which creates a very attractive, nice decoration. Now the decorating room with wall hangings and light. These are also the elements. It also create or enhance the beautification of our house. And here this is the example of picture. Normally in bedroom we put some family pictures, and there are some rules and regulations how we hang the picture. But actually this picture should be hanged according to the kind of room of a house. That means in a big room you can put big pictures, but in a small room we do not put big pictures. And there must be some sufficient light so that the pictures are very much visible. And these things should be followed while we are hanging pictures. These are the wall hanging decoration. You see, this is the example of wall hanging. We can choose different types of elements for decorating our house. You see the applications of light, and this pictures has an good effect. Lighting is one of the important elements in decorating house or in beautification, and also the functional purpose, because I told you earlier that in kitchen and in reading room you must put some adequate amount of light, and light also helps to enhance the beauty. Now today we can see that there are different types of spotlight uh, is used to enhance the beautification of the house. See the arrangement of natural light. Natural light is no doubtedly is very important for good work and health also, because it's a source of good ventilation. So if we ensure natural light entering in our house, it's very good. And yes, here you see the arrangement of light according to the needs of the different rooms of the house. Now lesson 7, the flower arrangement. Flower is such an important element in home decoration. It has been long time we are using flowers. Right now flower is not is the symbol of different occasions. Like we can use flower in our different types of parties, like wedding, birthday, or any kinds of homecoming day. We can use it in other purposes, like serious purposes like seminar, workshop. We also use flower when we go to see off anybody. We use flower. Flower is important in birthday program. It also important when people die. That means in the funeral program. You see that flower is everywhere. The applications of flower is everywhere. We have to go through in this chapter. We should know ikebana system, which is a Japanese method of making flower preparation. Here we see that ike means fresh and bana means flower. That means fresh flower arrangement is called ikebana. A few numbers of flowers are needed to make an ikebana, and ikebana has 3 sprays of 3 different heights. Three different heights. The highest spray symbolizes heaven, the middle one symbolizes human being, and the lowest spray represents the earth. Very interesting, right? So this is the method of ikebana. Now another thing that how we make how we arrange flower following the ikebana method. You see that the height of the first spray is the total of the diameter and height of the flower vase. This is the first spray. This is the first spray. The height of the second one is 3/4 of the first spray. This is the second spray. Okay, and the small spray is half in length of the second one, and the third one is put here. The small spray is half in length of the second one. Okay, and other stems, leaves, flowers of an ikebana are called filler, and so we have to structure it first by maintaining these heights, then we put other flowers and leaves to make an arrangement of flower decoration. These are the Japanese ikebana method. You see, it's very nicely decorated ikebana method. Here you see the highest this is the highest part of the flower, and the 3/4 part is there, and the half of this 3/4 part is the small part is here. Okay, this is the methods of ikebana. You see the examples of ikebana method in different. They can also use in different way. Here you can see the arrangement of flower vase, 2 flower vase arrangement for flower decoration. And now we can let's discuss about the Western style. Western style is a little bit different. Their arrangement is a little bit different. We can see the wedding. The arrangement of flowers is a little bit different. This is called Western style. And that's all of this principle of making home beautiful. I hope students, you all understand the principles, art and its application, and just prepare, go through the whole lesson and try to memorize some of the important rules and regulations of flower decoration or other home decoration. Thank you so much.